Good morning. As you are able, please rise for the processional.
afternoon. Please be seated. It is my privilege to welcome you to Whitworth University's 135th undergraduate commencement ceremony, celebrating the graduating class of Whitworth 2025. And it's wonderful to see such a huge crowd, to see all of you here to support these remarkable graduates. Friends and family, we thank you for making the effort to be here. You bless us and these graduates for your presence. Well, please join me in thanking, as they march out, the Angus Scott Pipe Band for their musical accompaniment of the processional. Leading the processional were members of the Whitworth Board of Trustees, Pastor the Reverend Dr. Cheryl Kinder-Pyle and Ken Roberts, who is seated on stage. Members of the board provide faithful leadership, sustaining prayer, and financial resources to the university. So thank you, Cheryl, thank you, Ken, for leading us and for your important service to the university. On the stage immediately to my left sits Whitworth's Quasquicentennial Cone. A description of this beautiful piece of art can be found in your programs, along with other useful information about the pageantry of today's ceremony. This afternoon's academic ceremony marks the culmination of a rich and full weekend of activities. We've had the chance to celebrate the many and varied achievements of this class and their significant contributions to the life and mission of Whitworth University. We also had the chance to worship together this morning at Baccalaureate, celebrating God's care and blessings upon the class of 2025. Significantly, this ceremony formally concludes years of rigorous study at Whitworth. All of the students before you have worked diligently to fulfill their substantial degree requirements. And on behalf of the faculty and staff of Whitworth, I congratulate each of you. Way to go, class of 2025. I'd like to pause a moment for a special recognition. Sadly, Assistant Professor of Finance, Rick Cloutier, is not with us today. Rick, who also led our student investment group, passed away unexpectedly in mid-March, and his absence is deeply felt by his colleagues and Whitworth students. Where the School of Business faculty are seated to my left, and with academic regalia draped, a seat has been held in Rick's honor. And I'd now like to recognize one of our graduating seniors, Molly Hanson, who received her commission as Second Lieutenant in the United States Army. I think I saw Molly stand. Stay standing there, Molly, if that was you back there. Second Lieutenant Hanson received a specially struck Whitworth service coin at a post-commissioning ceremony on Whitworth's campus last week. Also, all of our veteran graduates will be wearing white stoles today to honor their service. So we congratulate you, Molly, and we thank you and all of the service members and veterans who are graduating today for their service to our country. Well, we have a number of people on stage today, and I will offer expanded introductions of faculty and student speakers, but so that you know who these good people are, they are working from the far left towards me. Dean of Spiritual Life, Dr. Forrest Buckner, he'll provide our benediction. Senior Margaret Bile will read a scripture passage. Student speaker, Nabi Khan. Chief Diversity Officer, Dr. Mickey Abercrombie Donahue, will provide the land acknowledgement statement. Associate Provost, Dr. Stacy Withrow Hill. Provost John Pell. Trustee Ken Roberts, who we will honor today with the George F. Whitworth Medal. Dr. Matt Silvers, who will provide the commencement address. Student speaker, Ava Davis. Student Marvin Andrews will read a passage of scripture. Student Kathleen Vertner will lead us in the singing of a hymn. And the alma mater and VP for Student Life, Rosetta Rhodes, will offer our invocation. So that is the cast of characters that you see here in front of you. And one more shout out. Holding this ceremony on campus is a heavy, heavy lift for Whitworth employees. And our greatest thanks to Emily Bosch, who just manages this with grace and logistical care. So thank you to all those people who put that effort in to make this happen, and Emily especially so. Well, now I invite Dr. Abercrombie Donahue to come forward and provide the land acknowledgement statement, after which Rosetta Rhodes will provide our invocation.
Thank you. As followers of Christ, we are compelled to act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with God. It is our love of God and neighbor that leads us to offer the following statement: A Chesalhult. Welcome, everyone. We acknowledge that we gather together today on the traditional homelands of the 4 bands of the Spokane tribe of Indians: Sintutu'uliu, Sinhemone, Sex'itthani, and Shkewile. Since time immemorial, the Spokane tribe of Indians have lived prosperously on this land and identified themselves as Skelu, or flesh of the land. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging, and we acknowledge their continuing connection with the land, waters, and culture. We honor God with gratitude for the land itself and the peoples who have fished, hunted, harvested, and gathered here for generations. This acknowledgement recognizes the first custodians of this land, the suffering they endured, and the continued restoration and healing needed. It is important to understand the history that has brought us to reside here, because such understanding fosters a more united community that honors and embraces the first peoples of Spokane. We thank the Spokane tribe members for sharing their stories, culture, and language to develop this welcome. Lem Lunch Shahoy.
Okay, a couple of you may have noticed that I have sort of a windblown look right now. You call it a windblown look, I call it a trend. Please join me and bow for a prayer of thanksgiving. Dear Father, as we gather today to celebrate the accomplishments of these remarkable graduates, we come before you with hearts filled with gratitude. We ask for your blessings upon each graduate as they stand on the threshold of new beginnings. Grant them wisdom to make choices aligned with their values, courage to pursue their dreams, and strength to overcome any challenges they may face. May they carry the lessons learned, the friendships formed, and the experiences gained as they venture into the world. Help them to be a light in their communities, spreading kindness, hope, and positivity. We thank you for the potential each graduate holds and for the future that lies ahead. Guide them as they step boldly into the next chapter of their lives. In your name, amen.
I'm pleased to present Ken Roberts, class of 1968, for the conferral of Whitworth University's George F. Whitworth Medal. This medal is the highest honor the Whitworth Board of Trustees can give. In the past 10 years, it has only been awarded 3 times. Some of the people who've received this honor include Frank Warren, Albert Aaron, Dorothy Dixon, Clem Simpson, Jim and Wanda Coles, Art Simons, Leonard Oakland, and Whitworth President Emeritus Bill Robinson. For all of us who are part of the Whitworth community, Ken is a marvelous example of a Whitworth alumnus who has consistently endeavored to help make Whitworth an even better place through his faithful and generous support, which has taken many different forms. One passage from Scripture that comes to mind when thinking about Ken is Paul writing to the church in Philippi. Don't be selfish. Don't try to impress others. Be humble. Thinking of others as better than yourselves. Don't look out for your own interests, but take an interest in others too. While a student at Whitworth, Ken met his late wife, Sharon, a fellow student. In 1968, Ken graduated from Whitworth with his bachelor's degree in economics. He promptly went on to earn his master's of business administration from Harvard University. Even though Ken began his journey investing in the stock market while he was still in high school, his formal career in the brokerage industry began in 1968 when he took a job as security analyst with Murphy Favre here in Spokane. Early in his career, Ken formed and managed his own investment advisory group under the umbrella of the firm Shearson Smith Barney. Ken then formed the Ken Roberts Advisory Group, which operated as part of the Shearson Smith Barney. Finally, in 1994, Ken launched Ken Roberts Investment Management, which today is Palouse Capital Management, and it's where Ken served as Chief Investment Strategist until 2023. Though many of us here today are aware that the Whitworth Board has a board of trustees, we might not know much about what it means to be a trustee here. I wrote this about Ken. At Whitworth, trustees must possess multiple attributes. They need to align with, protect, and advance our mission. They must bring experience and expertise to the team. They need to be philanthropic. And they must be the type of person who, simply by their presence and personhood, makes the group better. Ken has checked all of those boxes during his service to Whitworth. He has a deep and abiding faith. He brings a depth of knowledge and insight that always gets us to a better place. And he is gracious, a kind listener who is surgical with his input, and an encourager of all. Ken joined the Whitworth Board of Trustees in 2006 and remains an active member now, holding the title of Lifetime Trustee. Ken was a member of the Whitworth Foundation Board from 1975 to 1980 and joined again in 2013. He is part of the Whitworth School of Business's Business Advisory Board and Finance Advisory Council. Ken is also a member of Whitworth's Heritage Society, a group honoring those who have set aside a gift for Whitworth in their estate plans. One of my colleagues, Taylor Hofford, Whitworth's Associate Vice President for Finance and Administration, has been fortunate enough to work alongside Ken for several years. When I asked Taylor about Ken, he said, quote, "Ken is a treasure, and I'm grateful for his continued involvement in so many facets of Whitworth. He generously uses his time to support operational functions of the university that few people would, including voluntarily attending audit committee meetings." Good for you, Ken. His insights and questions always lead us in productive directions. We are unquestionably better when Ken is in the room because we cannot help but benefit from his thoughtful intelligence and kindness. Ken is a faithful supporter of Whitworth's Christ-centered mission. His giving to Whitworth has supported numerous areas like scholarships and building projects. Recently, Ken was instrumental in energizing the new endowment campaign, the Whitworth Sports Legacy Endowment Fund, which focuses on supporting Whitworth's varsity athletic programs, home to roughly 1/4 of our undergraduate students. And significantly, Ken recently funded the establishment of an endowed professorship in Whitworth School of Business. Whitworth trustee and alumnus Jim Bennett has also worked with Ken for many years on the board, and he shared this. Ken Roberts doesn't just talk about Whitworth's mission, he lives the mission. I look up to Ken as a role model. He is kind, gracious, humble, generous, and smart. He is engaged and invested in Whitworth. Ken has a strong faith and is a loving husband, father, and friend. He is a true class act. Ken has participated enthusiastically in multiple Whitworth events, whether taking part in educational study excursions like our Core 650 trips to Greece, Turkey, and the Holy Land, where incidentally, he met his wife, Jean Odell Roberts, mentoring students as they prepare to enter the workplace, or being part of alumni socials like our spring training events at Mariners games. We always know Ken will bring joy and positivity to those around him. Today, we honor Ken for how he has steadfastly supported Whitworth's Christ-centered work over the past 5 decades. Ken is truly exceptional, not only because of the depth of his generosity, but also its breadth. He has blessed Whitworth as a donor and as someone who engages with the institution across the spectrum, consistently offering the university expertise and counsel on a wide variety of topics as we navigate what theologian Martin Buber described as the narrow ridge. It is my pleasure and honor to present the university's highest honor, the George F. Whitworth Medal, to lifetime trustee and alumnus Ken Roberts.
Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will.
Paul's letter to the Ephesian church, chapter 2, verse 10. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus, for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them.
Before joining the Whitworth Health Science Department in 2010, Dr. Matt Silvers earned his Bachelor of Science from Washington State University, his Master's in Science and PhD from the University of Idaho. His areas of expertise include exercise physiology, strength and conditioning, endurance and high-intensity interval training, and aquatic running. Our students have voted him as a most influential professor for almost every one of the past 15 years. He is known for his passion for academic content, his availability and commitment to students, and for his expansive service to the entire campus. One colleague said this about him: Dr. Silvers stands out as one of the most intentional, insightful, and inspiring faculty members I have ever had the privilege to encounter. He approaches course design with the precision and analytical rigor of an engineer, seamlessly blended with the imaginative vision of an architect. His classrooms are spaces of both high expectation and profound support. He challenges students to reach their fullest potential while thoughtfully guiding them every step of the way. Dr. Silvers embodies the compassion and attentiveness of a pastor, caring deeply for the well-being and growth of both his students and colleagues in every facet of their lives. Please welcome Dr. Matt Silvers.
Good morning. I was wondering if maybe you could help me out with something real quick. I think graduates, we need a selfie real fast, okay? Let's hear it. Because you know it didn't happen if it's not on the TikTok or the Snip Snap or whatever you guys call that thing, so. Sorry, folks, we're in for a wild ride today. I'd like to start with a story. My students know me as a storyteller. And when I was a younger runner, I had this recurrent issue where my little toes, my oinkers, if you will, they would blow out the sides of my running shoes after just a short period of use. Now this pattern of piggy podiatric disaster persisted. Whew, John, that's a lot of alliteration on a Sunday morning. This went on for a solid decade before I came to the simple realization that I just had wide feet. Now, mind you, this decade included multiple degrees in exercise science, and I conducted running studies, and I was a run coach. Like, if there was someone that was armed with the knowledge to figure this out fast, it would have been me. But I've never been known for being the fastest on the uptake. So a decade it took. I had wide feet. So I bought my first pair of wide size shoes, and I slipped into those babies. Instant relief. I mean, my piggies finally had room to breathe. I mean, forget straws, sticks, bricks. That was like an MTV crib style major housing upgrade. So why do I share this story with you? Well, we've all worn shoes down the roads that we travel. And like my old narrow shoes, perhaps some were restrictive, whereas others were expansive. And allegorically, we've had similar molding influences on our lives. We just call them faculty, family, friends, mentors, and such. So graduates, who are your molds? And like feet inside shoes, how have those people been shaping your lives? I want to take this moment to recognize some of my most influential molds. My mom's back there in the crowd. Mom, wave your hand. I see you right there. That's Mama Silvers, Ninja Mom, to those ex-Viz ninjas out there. Yeah? Mom, thank you for all of the seen and unseen ways that you have loved and supported me over the years. Even as a middle-aged adult, you're still there, shaping me, molding me into a caring person. I love you. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Carrie. The ex-Viz ninjas know her as the mitochondria ninja. There she is. Raise your hand, Carrie. Yeah? You are better than me in every single way that counts. Thank you for shaping me into a better Christian and husband and father and friend, and for gifting me with 4 of the most beautiful children in the world. I love you. And then I thought, because this was an undergraduate commencement, it would be both special and relevant to invite my undergraduate advisor, significant life mentor, and dearest friend, Larry Brouillet, and his wife, Lorna. Raise your hands. You're over there in the crowd. Thank you. Larry, thank you for inspiring me to serve students with the same love and care that you extended to me and my peers and generations before. Because of you, I'm here serving. And to Larry and Lorna both, I'm still sorry about selling you a fake car on the internet. That's my bad. Apologize. I am not sorry for Justin and I turning your office into a bathroom. Still a most epic prank ever. That's hilarious. Thank you. But I appreciate you both for being here. So, here I am. Almost 20 years, it's hard to believe, serving students. And I feel it's my charge to be able to serve students in a way that, whew, some of you in the crowd know this is called chili penguins weather. I'm sorry. I'll keep it short. I feel like it's my charge to be able to influence students in ways that my molds have shaped me. And one such way is to deliver little notes of encouragement to my students when they come in for celebrations of knowledge. Hey, where are my ex-Viz ninjas out? Yeah, there you go. You know what's up. For the crowd, celebrations of knowledge are exam days. So there's a long-standing tradition where when students show up to their exam, they receive a unique note. And it might be words of affirmation of their ability to do well. Perhaps it's an acknowledgement of the hard work they've put in. But I've been affirmed that this is a meaningful practice because I've seen students hang on to those notes to graduation and beyond. And sure, it might seem like a lot of work, 30, 60, 90 notes every single exam, but the point is that for each note, it's really not that much work. For each person, it's really not that much work. And bit by bit, we've been able to form impactful, meaningful relationships. And that wasn't a one-way street, that's a two-way street. Graduates, my ex-Viz ninjas out there, health science peeps, kines peeps, you have helped shape me into a better person. I thank you for that, and I certainly hope and pray that I've had the ability to do the same for you. So, enough about me, molds. Graduates, today is about you. And today, myself and many others have been cooking up a special surprise. This includes alums, a lot of alums, friends, family, church peeps, some of them here, some far, some young, some old, some financially prosperous, whereas some of them are in and out of homelessness. Some of them seem to have it all figured out, and some are just figuring it out. But all of them have been made in God's image like you. All of them have been praying for you. So graduates, can you do me a favor, please? Check under your chairs. Underneath your chairs, you are going to find a special, unique note. Yes, that's right. Check under those chairs. All of these people have contributed their thoughts, words of encouragement, advice, famous quotes, scripture. Take a moment, read the words. What I can share is that all of these have been prayerfully considered. I don't know who got what, but the Lord knows. And I know that the Lord has a plan for you to see those words today and to reflect on those words. He has a plan for them and for you. Speaking of which, faculty, can you do me a favor and check under your chairs, please? Our faculty emeriti group have prepared a special letter of encouragement for you as well. Collectively, this group of people represent almost 2,000 years of service to Whitworth. 2,000 years. That's just bonkers to me. But those people, like you, have dedicated their careers and their hearts to the mission of this place. I can say standing up here, it's an incredible privilege to be working here with you. I understand that the mission of this place is weighty and challenging, especially now. But especially now, our work and what we do here is so important. Take it all in. Again, it's a privilege to serve with you. Dare I say fun to do so in such great company. Thank you. So colleagues, faculty, staff, students, we are all part of something bigger here. And I'll say this, even the best laid plans sometimes don't work out well. If a row Captain Patches took your note, just put your hand up. There's some staff, they'll come around. We've got some extra notes for you. There was an overwhelming response of support for this little initiative. But we're all part of something bigger. We're all part of something special. So earlier, Marvin had the ability to share some scripture. And I think that's important because, you know, everyone's getting props, teachers, mentors, students. I mean, it's like the Oprah Winfrey show up here. Everyone gets a prop. Woo! But I'd be remiss if I didn't give props to the ultimate influencer in the room, and that's God. So Marvin shared from Ephesians, and I'd like to just kick that back to you in distilled form. You are his workmanship, created for good works. God prepared the way. You should walk on that path. Graduates, what shoes are you wearing? Maggie shared one of my favorite scriptures, and that's from Romans. Do not be conformed. Like my wide-sized piggies rammed into a narrow pair of shoes. Be transformed. Discern the will of God. Discern what is good, what is acceptable. Discern what is perfect. Graduates, God has made you for great works. God is inviting you to do great things. What shoes will you be wearing? And here today on graduation, perhaps you're feeling pressure to execute a plan. Your plan, someone else's plan. Who knows? Maybe you don't have a plan. May I simply encourage you to be open to his plan. In fact, I encourage you to be bold enough to execute his plan the way he made you, the way that he's been molding you. And if I was just to bring it full circle to where I started, don't try to force yourself into something that fit like I was forcing my wide feet into those shoes. Perhaps you were made for something different, something bigger, something special, something great. So in closing, I'd like to just offer my sincere thanks and gratitude for the privilege to be up here, to be able to share some words, but more so for the past few years to be able to serve so many of you. Thank you for shaping me. It's been an incredible honor. I love you all. Congratulations, graduates of 2025. Let's go Bucks.
Please stand and join me in singing.
There is no shadow of turning with
Thank you, Kathleen, for leading us in singing. Thank you, Joy Zickow, for accompanying her on keyboard. I'm pleased to introduce our student speakers. Nabi Khan hails from Fukuoka, Japan, graduating summa cum laude in health science. One professor shared this: Nabi is wise beyond his years. His diverse background, places lived, languages learned, and cultures experienced make him a joy to be around and learn from. I've come to appreciate his inquisitive disposition and drive for self-improvement. And this professor also noted, and Nabi is a super cool guy. Ava Dennis is from Bend, Oregon, graduating summa cum laude in human-computer interaction. One of her professors said this about Ava: Ava's curiosity, ambition, and generosity will be well remembered as she leaves our classrooms for a career solving problems and making beautiful things. Ava was never shy in asking hard questions, was kind with her insightful rebuttals, and left her community in a better state than it was before she joined it. Please welcome Nabi and Ava.
Wow, it is cold out here. First, I want to congratulate everyone here on starting this new exciting chapter of our lives, also known as unemployment. Just kidding. I prefer to think of it as the beginning of a new adventure. When I was writing this speech, I spent some time reflecting on why I came to Whitworth. I thought of my past self, who had yet to take a single college class. What separates me from my past self? Sure, I know more about human physiology, and I've become better at writing reports and essays, but that's not the main difference, and I'm sure you all feel the same way. We don't just know more things, we're entirely different people. By learning more about the world, we've broadened our perspectives and often altered fundamental aspects of our worldview. This brings me to a quote by the famous author Stephen Covey: "We see the world not as it is, but as we are." Whether you're a traditional undergraduate, a non-traditional, a continuing studies student, or here to support our graduates today, I want each of you to think of a deeply held belief you held a few years ago that, might have completely abandoned or are currently rethinking. For example, I used to think 40 degrees Fahrenheit was cold until I experienced my first winter here in Spokane. Whitworth didn't tell us what to believe. It taught us to figure out things for ourselves. It gave us the tools to look at the world with fresh eyes, ask better questions, and face what's next with openness and clarity. Coming into Whitworth with an international background from Pakistan, Japan, and the United Arab Emirates, I thought I had a unique perspective that would help me fit in anywhere. But then I got here, and I realized I was just getting started. We came together from different states, countries, and generations, sharing common experiences and learning about what made our own background special, all while pretending to pay attention in our 8 a.m. classes, when really we were fighting demons to stay awake. We talked to professors in class, and then we went into their offices afterwards and received guidance from their life experiences. Sometimes a brief conversation with a professor gave me the clarity that I needed the most. Our liberal arts education forced us to step outside our disciplines. Beyond human anatomy and metabolism, I explored Chinese history and moral philosophy, broadening my perspective as a lifelong learner. Outside of classes, we had countless opportunities to grow. Student leaders faced the challenges of community building. Student athletes developed valuable levels of discipline and camaraderie. Students balancing work and family commitments discovered the value of setting priorities and slowing down occasionally. One of my most transformative experiences came from Whitworth's Ethics Bowl team, an opportunity to analyze the ethics of topics ranging from family vlogging to space warfare. It taught me to approach complex issues from new angles while staying morally consistent, which is a skill that's harder than it sounds. Standing here today, I understand why I came to Whitworth, and I hope we all do as well. Our time at Whitworth may have taught us about our respective fields, but more importantly, it taught us to shift our perspectives or switch lenses. The world doesn't follow any certain set of rules, and our time here will help us understand how to navigate the uncertainty that lies ahead. Some of us will move to a new country or a new city. Some of us will enter workplaces with unique cultures to navigate. Some of us will face challenges that we never saw coming. But no matter what happens to us, we hope to look back at our time here and be grateful for how it has given us a new outlook on life and the ability to understand things outside our bubble. That's what will stick with us 10, 20, 30 years down the line, not the details on our exams or celebrations of knowledge or our papers. Before I close, I want to take a moment to recognize those who couldn't be here with us today, whether they've passed on or are cheering us on from afar. Their support and sacrifices are no less significant, and we carry them with us now. And let's not forget about the sacrifices and hard work of Whitworth's faculty and staff, our friends, and our family. We are all indebted to each other, and may we continue to serve humanity with our improved ability to switch lenses. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you, class of 2025, for allowing me to speak on your behalf and for giving me the opportunity to reflect on our time here at Whitworth. I cannot speak for everyone's experience, but my hope is that by sharing my own journey, something will resonate with yours. Throughout my years at Whitworth, I often questioned whether I had made the right choice. I wondered if studying a wide range of subjects would truly benefit me more than another kind of institution, or even skipping college altogether. Because honestly, what was the point of a liberal arts education? And why did it matter that I took Core 250? Because after all, why would I care about Plato and Aristotle when at the time I didn't know how to file my taxes? I think we can be quick to critique our institutions because we expect them to make us successful, as if simply being accepted into a program guarantees a clear path and life's challenges will sort themselves out. But instead, we are met with unexpected realities, some more inconvenient than others. For instance, it didn't occur to me at the time that my first major purchase in life would be a student loan, or that sharing a college house with 6 girls might not be the most fun idea. Looking back, I realized I was trying to avoid the awkward and uncomfortable parts of life. I didn't want to walk into a room full of strangers on the first day of class. I didn't want to be the one to remind my roommate to do her chore or admit I was late to basketball practice because I forgot my shoes. I wanted someone else to navigate life's little struggles for me. But all that time I spent trying to avoid those moments meant I was missing the point. We are our experiences. No one else can live them for us. And if I wanted to grow, I had to be present. I had to embrace the awkward, the uncertain, and the uncomfortable. This realization led me to make some tough changes to my identity. The first was quitting basketball. It was terrifying. Basketball had been a huge part of my identity for years, and I worried I'd be lost without it. But stepping away opened the door to many other opportunities. I pushed myself into roles I never imagined. I became a volleyball announcer, a dorm senator, and even worked as a server at a restaurant where I, of all things, learned to line dance. But the most important decision I made was choosing to support my friends first, rather than offering my opinion to them. That lesson, I realized, is a fundamental value at Whitworth, often emphasized throughout our core classes, and it is that each of us comes from a unique worldview. And, as cliche as that sounds, it is the most difficult thing to remember in the heat of an argument with our friends, peers, or our family. When we see people supporting the other side, we are quick to critique and call those moments another inconvenience. But again, we are missing the point. This is the experience. Life doesn't start today. It has already been happening. You have already made it. That doesn't mean we can't have dreams or aspirations into the future. But what Whitworth has taught me is to take a step back and appreciate the moments where I learned something. The daily tasks, the group projects, the events we were forced to attend were all opportunities to build something bigger than ourselves. Through life's small inconveniences, we learn to adapt, to challenge ourselves. And today we stand here not among strangers, but among friends, mentors, and familiar faces. We wanted our institutions to prepare us for success. But once we are there, our day in and day out struggles will be with people. One day, when you land that dream job, you will work with people. And when you get that big house on the street, it will be next to people. And when AI takes over the world, you will need shelter with people. You can try your best to avoid the awkward, the uncertain, and the uncomfortable. but dealing with people's differences is not an inconvenience of life. It is the part that makes life beautiful. It is what makes it real and meaningful. To have the capacity to feel anger, confusion, and betrayal means we have the opportunity to feel love, peace, and justice. Our differences challenge us, push us beyond our comfort zones, and teach us lessons we would have never sought on our own. I'm grateful for those who challenged me to think differently, who encouraged me to ask hard questions, to see beyond my own perspective, and to embrace the complexity of the world around me. I'm thankful for those who gave me the space to take a step back, take a deep breath, and be in the moment. Because our education is not about how successful we need to be, but how we navigate the discomfort and the uncertainty with others. And so, I want to thank you all for sharing this moment with me, together, as a community. Congratulations, class of 2025. We made it.
Mr. President, I am pleased to present the candidates for the baccalaureate degree. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Business Administration please stand? Students, you are the candidates. Mr. President, these students are candidates for commencement participation and have been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Trustees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees in the state of Washington, I do hereby confer upon you, at the completion of degree requirements, the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, or Bachelor of Business Administration, with all the rights and honors appertaining thereto. In recognition of completion of this milestone, please move the tassel on your cap from the right side to the left side. You may be seated.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degrees please come forward at this time? I am pleased to introduce Dr. Stephanie Ellie Martin, Director of Evening Business Programs in the School of Continuing Studies.
The School of Continuing Studies, in partnership with the School of Business, is proud to present the following candidates for a Bachelor of Arts in Business Management: Christine Louise Burge, Dale C. Den, Sarah Elizabeth Franzen, Sean Giacchetti, David Matthew Leclerc, Yana Michelle Mikolenko, Richard B. Passmore, Andrea Sanchez, Katie M. Snyder, Rhonda R. Stiffarm, and for a Bachelor of Arts in Management and Accounting, Jessica Diane Randalls, Angie Brianne Thompson,
Ms. Megan Helton, Director of Teacher Certification Program in the School of Continuing Studies.
The School of Continuing Studies, in partnership with the School of Education, is proud to present the following candidates for their education degrees. Earning a Bachelor of Arts in Educational Studies, Tyler Roy Olson. Earning a Bachelor of Arts in Elementary Education, Brittany Nicole Biss. Savannah Bowman. Mallory Quinn Munoz. Jason Lee Nevels. Mikkel Marie Roberg. Brittany Marie Shining. Lauren Marie Warnock.
Ms. Deidre Kelly, Assistant Dean and Director of Interdisciplinary Studies Program in Shared Curriculum in the School of Continuing Studies.
The School of Continuing Studies, in partnership with the College of Arts and Sciences, is so proud to present the following candidates for their interdisciplinary degrees. Earning a Bachelor of Arts in Human Services, Megan Meredith Beatty. Megan Baumgartner, Ellie Downs, Cassandra Myrie Gerlich, Adam Grandieri, Brenda Pion, Karina Rincon Cuevas, Brianne Simpson, Robert William Thompson, Jim Young, Michelle Lynn Zepeda, earning a Bachelor of Arts in Humanities, Nishi Chase, Kaylee Delbo, Brandy Lee Escalante, Ivy Nan Galvin, Raquel Hadassah Rosado Sosa, Taya Siegel, and earning a Bachelor of Arts in Public Service Administration, Marvin Sean Andrews, Melissa Ray Halverson, Heather Marie Hamlin, Caitlin Perry, and last but certainly not least, Carolyn Tysican Peter.
I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Meredith Shimizu, Chair of the Department of Art and Design.
On behalf of the Art and Design Department, I am so proud to honor this group of artists, designers, educators, and art historians. Their creativity, critical thinking, and visual acuity will be transforming our visual worlds for years to come. Look out. Ertemblek Altenzul. Grace Elise Anderson. Madison M. Conley. Hannah Noel Maria Foster. Isabella Friedman. Annalie Teresa Yorman. Sandra Ann Arvila Kunkel. Mac Minnick. Abigail Prather. Lily Napoanani Rivas. Abigail Sanders. Stephanie Jo Sver. Elena Smith. Alyssa Sorcy. Madeline Grace Watson. Connor Matthew White. And with a Bachelor of Arts in Art History, Emily Batchelder. And with a Bachelor of Arts in Front-End Design Development, Wesley Richard Hackler.
Pleased to introduce Dr. Craig Tushita, Associate Professor of Biology.
On behalf of my colleagues in the Biology Department, I'm pleased to announce the names of the graduates with a degree in biology. For a Bachelor of Arts, Haley Jo Britton. Rebecca Doctolero. Rosie Michelotti. The Bachelor of Science degree, Tyra Yasmin Alaga. Marissa Bell. Ryan Clayson. Nguyen Do. Riley Fisher. Alexandra Ramona Gonzalez. Daniel Hornack. Jayla Aiko Jowers. Jessica Lane Kalatsian. Connor Loriano. Takutwa Michael Majojo. Michael Peach. Thomas Peach, sorry. Samantha Nicole Peace. Jordan Peterson. Shayla M. Shea. Gage Smith. Allison A. Stone. Angela Vutzik. Jillian Whiting.
It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Tara Lambert, Chair of the Department of Business and Economics.
The School of Business is pleased to present the following passionate, innovative leaders ready to make a positive impact in the dynamic world of business. Austin Alteneater. Telman Amar Bayas Galan. Miles Balmores. Pur Achur Batma. Mayul Caro, Jackson Cash, Kevin Charles Corder, Clayton John Crockett, Lance Andrew Dunn, Reagan Grace Ellis, Douglas Fitzpatrick, Kiefer Furness, Bryson Garza, Deborah Elias Ganetti, Casey Gladson, Kaylee Golly, Jesse Damagolo, Nicholas Henning, Hui Yi So, Ella Jimenez, Katie Y. Kepler, Caleb Kimmelman, Ryan Kinney, Jillian Jewel Larrabee, Joshua Lawson, Sabrina Lesinden, Aiden Lesser, Evan Leggett, Adam Lincoln, Monique Lowe's, Adrian Martinez, Liam McGeehee, Daniel Vern McKiernan, Victor Manuel Mendoza, Taylor Mache, Patton Miller, Max Baden Moore, Jonathan Morash, Tengiz Maron Batar, Cassidy Nelson, Colton Nussbaum, Jalen Ioma, Maria Elise Pollock, Anu Rathnayaka, Jacob Raleigh, Libertad Sarmiento, Jacob Scott, Caleb Sean, Cameron Shelley, Emma Shelton, Leanna Shoup, Alexander J. Smith, Madeline Stansfield, Michael Stavridis, Noah Stifel, Aaron Lee Storham, Priye Aaron Tom George, Deborah Abraham Teresa, Taylor Thorne, Bailey Rose Trejo, Nandan Erden Tungulag, Valeria Tungai, Kathleen Vertner, James Thomas Walker, Peter Wang, Micaiah Weisner, and Michael Workman.
I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Tricia Russell, Chair of the Department of Chemistry.
The Chemistry Department is pleased to present the following curious and logical chemists. Candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry: Julia Sanawan Fair, Denise Ishimiwe Tomboy, and candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Chemistry: Jacob Blair. Cameron Burke. Mumu Dunn. Ainsley Hill. Colby McNaught. Darren Melville. Ty Patterson. Grace Robinson. Edvij Mana Rusimuka. Gavin Valdez. Taylor Volker. And Landon Biemeister.
It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Kevin Greaves, Chair of the Department of Communication Studies.
On behalf of the Department of Communication Studies, I'm very proud to present these excellent communicators for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Communication. Luke Zachariah Cox. Kyler Allen Kramer. Odelia Dahl. Sarah Catherine Dahl. Naomi George. Mason Green. Haley Ann Ku'umomi Maka Mai Sujun Lyman. Rosalie Moncano Wule. Hannah Catherine Rainford. Fope Folua Sariki. Gwendolyn Skeen. Maisea Tylin Sorokin. Candace Stillwell. Grace Uppendahl. Katie Jo Vanden Bogart. Arona Sophia Vashin. Carson Woods.
It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Keith Lambert, Associate Professor of Education.
It is my privilege to present to you tomorrow's amazing K-12 educators who will prepare future Whitworthians. Receiving the Bachelor of Arts in Elementary Education, Emily Abraham. Nicole Arnold. Beckett Arthur. Kylie Ann Beaver. Ryan Burgess. Gracie Cottle. Bobby Joe Crittenden. McKenna Falkenstein Barker. McKenna Gibson. Jade Gonzalez. Miriam Elizabeth Hamstra. Elizabeth Jane Hopkins. Alexia Giselle Hurtado. Victoria Lee Jensen. Cameron Jones. Madison Kuchkow. Haley Boone Nass. Rachel Brooke Olson. Lily Parker. Dayanara Mary Partida. Jessica Purcell. Isabella Grace Roberts. Connor Schlichter. Hannah Carlin Schultz. Ellie Stevens. Maggie Louise Suter. Calais Nalani Van Sickle. Olivia Joy Yolofsky. Troy Akira Yoshida. Receiving the Bachelor of Arts for Elementary Education Studies, Noor Kamal. Receiving the Bachelor of Arts in Secondary Education, Mark Dugenet. Lael Caitlin Finley. Jonathan Gray. Kelty Jean Knudsen. Andrew Lubin. Dominic Max Money McCauley. Courtney Marguerite Starr. Receiving the Bachelor of Arts in Special Education, Adelene Chavez Mendoza. Zakila Foster. And Haley Hooks.
It is my privilege to introduce Dr. John Larkin, Chair of the Department of Engineering and Physics.
The Department of Engineering and Physics is proud to celebrate the following graduates. Earning a Bachelor of Arts in Applied Physics, Emma Kahn John. Lillian Tucker. Zachary Swansig. Earning the Bachelor of Science in Biophysics, Alexander Peters. Luke Roberts. Earning the Bachelor of Science in Engineering, Jacob A. Blomdahl. Eric Michael Christensen. Joshua DeMont. Kavika Matu'u Fagal. James Lee. Lane Edward Lorenz. Dylan McCardle. Dylan Dean Owen. Caitlin Shaw. Samuel Colt Woodward. Earning a Bachelor of Science in Physics, Margaret Elizabeth Fairborn.
I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Casey Andrews, Professor of English.
The English Department is proud to recognize the following recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in English. Zachary D. Brooks. Lucian Dalabetta. Sage Fosnock. Cassidy Grace Franklin. William Henke. Allison McAfee. Caleb McGeever. Maisie Mendenhall. Melinda Mullet. Samuel Elijah Ortega. Grace Nicole Roach. Caitlin Vaquero. Elisa Vila Vigil. Serafina Wiesen.
I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Grant Cassidy, Chair of the Department of Environmental Studies.
The faculty of the Environmental Studies program are honored to present to you the following Earthkeepers. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science, Urintuya Bayaskalan. Matt Cochran. Erica Hyde. And Ziona Rose.
It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Elizabeth Abbey, Chair of the Department of Health Sciences.
The Health Sciences Department is pleased to introduce these curious and caring future healthcare leaders. With a Bachelor of Arts, Community Health, Lilzin Kate Rosala Stockwell. Erica Ann Hansen. Zachary George Hertel. Hannah Liu. Carly Reed. Esther Rayberg. With a Bachelor of Science, Health Science, Jessa Roslyn Hidalgo Ancheta. Emma Nicole Ayersman. Ukaya Velarde. Marissa Standish Bell. Grace Marie Besterbrewer. Ryan Blair. Joanna Lisa Borjas Martinez. Caitlin Brianna Bumbeck. Margaret Bile. Julia Lynn Juarez Diaz. James Dugenet. Molly Embry. Destiny Fields. Eli Whalen Gilbert. Kyle Gran. Angelina Capri Gully. Elizabeth Blair Hanthorn. Taylor Ray Hoff-Hines. Kelly Ann Haruza. Benjamin Janke. Casey Scott Justice. Hayden Keener. Nabi Ahmed Khan. Megan Elizabeth Lang. Cameron Conrad Lentane. Paris Love. Isabella Caitlin Lowell Nokelby. Aurelie Mawa. Catherine McInnes. Olivia Grace Miller. Lonjean J. Mohammed. Sinam J. Mohammed. Craig Mueller. Juan Hernandez Munoz III. Silas Bomber Ing. Joseph Waita Jungini. Fernando Gomez. Sara Perez. Jackson Edward Preston. Jenna Joy Radke. Rebecca Juliana Renhel. Joshua Rosen. Isabella M. Taylor. Jake Arthur Trost. Vanessa Valentin Martinez. Emma Van Slyke. Diego Antonio Vasquez Barreto. Edward Vu. Evan Williamson. With a certificate of vocational development in nursing, Aaliyah Alvarez. Claire Michelle Caldwell. Jessica Isabel Castellon. Avery Sandhuck. Annika Joy Sims.
I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Anthony Clark, Chair of the Department of History.
I present the following historians to receive a Bachelor of Arts in History. Kenzie Hemmon. Bailey Jansens. Sherry Bell Knudsen. Christian Pierce Bacon. Abigail Arlene Rodriguez. Peyton David Easterling Romy. Gavin Nicolaus Hughes. And Laurel Marie Oakey.
It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Kirk Wester, Chair of the Department of Kinesiology.
The Department of Kinesiology and Athletics is proud to announce the following graduates: Ryan Cruz, Anton Dersham, Madison Ditter, Cody Knudsen, Avery Bauman Lindsley, Noah Lovegren, Carl Noel, Jacob O'Donnell, Brianne Rawls, Nathaniel Rodriguez, Spencer Shipman, Marcus Viramontes, Jacob Winchester.
It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Scott Griffith, Assistant Professor of Mathematics and Computer Science.
On behalf of my colleagues in the Math and Computer Science Department, I'm very pleased to introduce these problem solvers and deep thinkers. Earning degrees in Bachelor of Arts, Computer Science, Cade Conklin, Rojin Dungal, Bruno Patricio Donoso Tapia, Munktuvshin Latorge, Zachary Marble. Earning degrees in Bachelor of Arts, Human-Computer Interaction, Sophie Byrne. Katrina Ortizo Costales. Ava Lauren Dennis. Rab Rena. Chase Alexander McGuire. Kiernan Martin. Ron Schwenser. Quentin Sweat. Earning degrees in Bachelor of Arts Mathematics, Tristan Alexander Bayer. Ella Grace Bongat. Anna Sophia Hovey. Ella Miramontes. Courtney Osborne. Mason George Self. Earning degrees in Bachelor of Science, Applied Mathematics, Nicholas Roy Green. Jessica Ray Henlin. Jacob Paul Ogenis. Jace Parbon. Earning degree Bachelor of Science Bioinformatics, Luis Pablo Carrera Lara. Earning degrees in Bachelor of Science Computer Science, Temulshin Amarjov. Gantmore Batamore. Garrett Avery Davis Court. Salim Bahari. Caleb Flegel. Fabian Gomez. Mustafa Jawad. Matthew Paul Kazmarek. Anastasia Michelle Lee. Sarah Annalise Mott. Wes Osland. Jagjot Singh Sunny. Mateus Miele Silva. Lex Marin Sinclair. Ryan Alexander Trader. Earning degrees of Bachelor of Science Mathematics, Tiana Mitzel. Talia Miyama.
It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Xiaosha Lin, Professor of Music and Director of Choral Activities.
Hey, 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 hey. Everybody look to the left. Everybody look to the right. Can you feel that? Yeah, they're graduating tonight. Congratulations. The music department is proud to present these outgoing musicians to get the world dance. They are Bachelor of Arts in Music, Alexis Sasato. Michael Paul Cannon V. Melissa Jones. Hope Elizabeth Norenbrock. Connor Waller. Bachelor of Arts in Music Education, Nevaeh Elseline Bain. Congratulations! It's not about the money, money, money.
It's I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Keith Wyma, Chair of the Department of Philosophy.
Never follow the artists. The Philosophy Department is proud to present the graduates earning the Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy, for whom analytical problem solving, engaging moral perspectives, big picture thinking, out-of-the-box creativity are simply the minimum requirements of daily work. I give you Emma Hope Carsey. Henry Ho.
It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Aaron Heitfield, Chair of the Department of Political Science.
The Department of Political Science is proud to present the following mercy and justice-minded thinkers, future world leaders, community changers, and peacemakers. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Peace Studies, Marina Angela Kina Davis. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, Christian Aguilar Grant. Tatum Getchell. Andrew Donald Green. Molly Hanson. Vincent Allen Inayet. Mary Isabel Cashmitter. Kyle Anthony Edward Marquez. Alexia Morales Maciel. Nalia Tasia Kauionalani Newman. Isaac Dornabari Price. Dylan Richardson. Lindsay Soltero. And last but not least, Bailey Jean Wilman.
I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Alicia Epps, Chair of the Department of Psychology.
It is the Psychology Department's true pleasure and honor to introduce the following empathetic minds and compassionate hearts. For the Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Elizabeth Addie Marie Burns. Madeline Ifen Bookout. Jemiah Nare Broussard. Grady Burkett. Anna Chase. Noah Clark. Sophia Jolene Dilly. Wilson R. Fisher. Riley Ione Gish. David Martin Grew. Anna Joy Hall. Elliot Hammond. Zara Hill. Sebastian Stewart Bruno Horn. Rain Judd. Grace Kleineck. Lauren Ashley Kunkel. Brittany Lewis. Jalen Martin. Adriana Isabel Mejia Biretta. Willow Miller. Peyton Lynn Moore. Sophie Limongmong Pancoast. Neeraj Pandey. Sierra Dawn Hawley. Aulihi Journey Keliona Ke Kupuna Peahi. Rachel Audrey Pidone. Elizabeth Precker. Stella Marie Wrights. Jackson Gabriel Roltgen. Brielle Ross. Tyson Root. Marissa Setti. William Lee Tippett. And Isaac Vaughn. Congratulations.
It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Mark Killian, Chair of the Department of Sociology.
The faculty of the Department of Sociology and Criminology are proud to present these wonderful, beautiful, imaginative graduates. Earning a Bachelor's of Arts in Criminology and Criminal Justice, Destiny Butler. Ishmael Elia Perez. Myla Angel Smith. Shane Po'ai Makaala Makalani Vegisen. Earning a Bachelor's of Arts in Sociology, Ryan Bunch. Hannah Victoria Cordero. Maddie Dykes. Christopher Jimenez. Emma Allen Menser. Charlie Aline Mincioni. Victory Mossy. Gracie Smiley. Camille Tremblay. She Kaleilani Kamali'i Hulali Maka Vegisen. And Nicholas Yoakum.
I am pleased to introduce Dr. Haley Jacob, Chair of the Department of Theology.
On behalf of the Department of Theology, I am pleased to present to you 5
theological vigilantes dedicated to defending the queen of the sciences, one heresy at a time. Emma Sue Childs. Oliver Hammond. Caden Harrison. Jude Richley. Carissa Wilkins Luton.
It is my privilege to introduce Ms. Kim Hernandez, Instructor of World Languages and Culture.
Con orgullo y alegría presentamos a los siguientes estudiantes que han logrado un título en español, idioma y literatura. The World Languages and Cultures Department is proud to present this group of linguists, intercultural advocates, and justice seekers. Alison Adame Pineda. Benjamin Paul Veit.
It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Dawn Kegg, Professor of Business.
So this is special. I've read names before, and it can be tricky. You've heard some of these names. Now, every once in a while, a name that isn't at all tricky gets a little bit changed. So we are doing a redo with a Bachelor of Business Administration. We are so proud to redegree Jared Scott.
It is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Elise Eady, Chair of the Department of Theater.
I am honored to present the truth tellers, storytellers, and artists earning a degree, Bachelor's in Theater Arts. Sydney Anderson, Fiona May Beatty, JJ Caudron, Lyra Kupala, Grace Houghton-Lee, Mackenzie Quinn, and Joseph Selly.
Please rise and join me in singing the Whitworth Alma Mater. Please remain standing.
To our graduates, you are now officially part of the more than 25,000 member Whitworth alumni family. Welcome to that distinguished group. Like those before you, you are smart, you are accomplished, and your future holds great promise. And we cannot wait to see what you do in honoring God, following Christ, and serving humanity. Now, it is our custom with our alumni groups to make these requests, and I'm going to do that here. Come back and see us. Say hello. Walk the grounds. Step into your former classrooms and labs and studios. Visit the professors and staff members who played an important role in your lives. Be an ambassador for your alma mater in your personal and professional circles. Share about your Whitworth experience. Reflect well on this place. We know you will. Give back to your alma mater in some ways, if and when you are able. Service, mentorship for current students, providing internships or financially. And finally, and most importantly, pray for this place, our students, our employees, and our mission. Again, welcome to the Whitworth alumni family, and God bless.
Now receive this benediction. Knowing that you are loved by God and this community, and having been transformed by God's grace and love in this season at Whitworth, go from here to do the good works that God has prepared for you, knowing the love of God the Father, the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit, this day, the next day, and all the days ahead. Go in peace. Please remain standing. Everyone else can remain seated except for the graduates as the graduates recess out, and then we will then all head out towards the loop. There'll be all kinds of time to connect and take pictures and enjoy celebrating. So everyone, please be seated until the graduates have all recessed.